And you may not feel God when you start praying, but if you pray long enough, you will. God will show up because you're calling him. Prayer summons the presence. And here Gideon is in a situation where he needs to know, God, are you with us? Pray, homeboy. God says, call me and I'll answer. I'll be there. I'll show you that I'm with you. I'll show you that I'm with you. Another thing that summons God's presence is praise. You ever notice Jesus quoted this passage on the cross? Because remember, God does not inhabit the complaints of his people. God inhabits the praises of his people. Notice Psalm 22, verses 1 through 3. Notice this. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Remember Jesus quoting this? This is Old Testament. Why art thou so far from helping me and from the words of my roaring? And then he says, oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season, and am not silent. But notice what he says, but thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. God, you are the one who inhabits the praise. He's feeling forsaken, but he inhabits the praise. So stop complaining about, oh, my God, why am I out here by myself? Why am I the only one that's going through while everybody else is getting blessed? No. This is a time to invoke God's presence by your praise, because if you will praise him, God will come to where the praise is. He will inhabit. He'll make that place his habitation, his dwelling place. It's amazing. And just realize that whenever the Lord gives you an assignment, you can be confident with his peace in just simply knowing that God is with you. Just simply knowing that God is with you. And understand this principle, that peace is not the result of the absence of trouble. It is the result of the presence of God. If God is there, it's okay. You're going to be okay. The question is the Lord with me? Is the Lord with me? And he promised, Jesus promised, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I'm with you. I'm in there for the long haul. I'm coming and I'll be there with you. Remember this, that faith does not make things easy. Faith makes things possible. Faith doesn't make things easy. Faith makes things possible. Faith doesn't come to make things easy. It comes to make them possible. It might be a struggle and you do it by faith. Faith makes it possible. With God, all things are possible. He didn't say all things are easy. He said all things are possible. It's possible. And whatever God has commanded you to do, it automatically is possible. And so, and I'll just remind you of this, that if God gave you something to do, if he gave you something easy to do, you wouldn't need faith. If God gave you something easy to do, you wouldn't need faith. You would not need faith. So God gives you something bigger than what you can handle in your own strength so that you can use your faith. I want you to understand this. God did not ask Gideon to do something that he could not do. God told Gideon to go in the strength that he had. Now I want you to get that really carefully. Go in the strength that you have. Go in the strength that you have. I don't want you to miss just that thing. Gideon, go in the strength that you have. Some of you have not considered your strength. Now I want you to hear what he did not say. God didn't say go in your passions. Because there are some people that are passionate about something that they're not strong in. God says go in your strength. Go in the very thing that you've already got a strength. That's why I said you're strong enough. Look for your strength. Look for your strength. God told him, your strength is not your enemy when you're still trusting in God. We don't trust in our strength, but God told Gideon, Gideon, you got something that's bigger than you, but go in your strength. Go in your strength. You know what he was simply telling him to do? Do what you're able to do. Use what you've got. Go in your strength. Go in your strength. Go in your strength. I've seen some people sometimes pursuing something that was a passion and they were not very good in it. And you're not going to make a good living in something that you're just mediocre in, because the world does not pay for mediocrity. Go in your strength. Go in your strength. Go in your strength. And so you stick with what is your strength. You'll prosper in your strength. You know that I mean, dancing is not my strength, so I don't do choreography. Go in your strength. Go in your strength. Athleticism is not my strength, so what would I look like trying to sign up for the Olympics? Go in your strength. Go in your strength. But when they needed somebody in school to lead a debate of the Bible account compared with Darwinism, guess who they elected? Go in your strength. Go in your strength. There's so many people that are passionate about stuff that they have no strength in. And God didn't say go and follow your heart. Just follow your faith. I want to go to a restaurant where the cook has some meat hanging off of their arm up under here. Like my grandma. Go in your strength. I mean, if you go to a restaurant, you want a person to have a strength in being able to cook and put together recipes and know how to make it do what it do in the kitchen. And the problem is that sometimes they go in their strength, but they don't have a strength in management. So you have to partner with your weakness, but go in your strength. Does that make sense? You partner with your weakness. Partner with your weakness. Moses could work miracles, but he had a weakness in his ability to speak, so he used Aaron, his brother. Go in your strength, Moses. If you just make it do what it do, I'll get Aaron to explain it. But Moses, go in your strength. Stick with your strength. Stick with your strength. Find your strength. Build on your strength. Do you understand that even when you get coaching, coaching is not to help you maximize a weakness, it's to help you maximize a strength. If you got a real weakness in your life, you can probably bring that weakness up to average. But if you've got an average ability and you work on that, you can master it into a strength and bring it up to excellence. And God is telling Gideon, you may not know how to do much. You come from the smallest clan, you're the smallest tribe, and you're the baby in the family, but you got some strength. Have you found your strength? Go in your strength. Look at somebody, tell them, go in your strength. Stick with your strength. Stick with your strength. It's amazing. And you're stronger than you realize. You're stronger than you realize. You know why I say that? Because you don't know what you can do until you got to do it. You don't know what you can do until you got to do it. I can't raise 2 children by myself. You don't know what you can do until you've got to do it. Until you've got to do it. And where does your strength come from to do what you need to do? It's the strength that you already have. It's the strength that is in you. Strength just simply needs to be exercised. Strength is not an automatic. It must be exercised. You have to exercise muscles in order to maintain strength and also to develop strength. It has to be exercised. And see here, God didn't identify Gideon. Gideon now is, it's interesting that God would identify him and call him mighty man of valor, war hero. He called him a champion, and yet he was a loser. He's acting like a coward in hiding, because God did not identify Gideon by his behavior, but by the Lord's belief in the fact that he would deliver Israel. So it wasn't about behavior, it was about God's belief in him. God did not define Gideon, though he was acting like a coward. God did not define Gideon by his cowardice, but by his capacity. Do you realize that when God looks at you, God is looking at you and talking to you based on your capacity? On your capacity, not currently, but your capacity, something that you can grow into, something that you can stretch toward, where you can become more than you are. God doesn't speak to you about your cowardice.